So obviously it's a fluid conversation that's constantly evolving and changing. Just so you guys know, I don't know if I mentioned this before or not. So literally the Sunday after our last regular season game, I met with all of them. So we tried to schedule ahead of time with their parents because they were in town for the game, so they could stay over and we could meet the next morning. Their position coach and myself, and then we had put together basically a whole presentation. Because to me, it's not about convincing them to stay. It's let me give you all the information that I can get based on my resources and contacts so that you can make an educated decision and make a great decision. Where I think people struggle with sometimes is they think the coach is always going to tell the guy to come back. I told Saquon Barkley a year before, his last season that he needs to leave. Obviously at the end of the season, it was a pretty easy decision, but I told him a year before. So for us, where I think people kind of get confused there is it really should be a very complimentary process in decision-making. And what I mean by that is if the guy leaves early and he's a first or second round draft choice, that's good for him and his family. That's also good for Penn State football. If he leaves early and gets drafted very late or not drafted at all, that's bad for him and his family, and that's bad for Penn State football. So we're really working together here. And what you've done is over 6 years, the recruiting process, and once they've showed up on campus, that you develop that type of relationship with them and their family, that you have that trust.